Schoology users, this is Ms. Hurst again. Welcome back to Week 1 Navigation and Basic Setup of the Zero to Hero Schoology course, where we're covering Day 5, How Do I Add Work? Today we're going to be going through assignments and how to add things to those. So of course you're going to need some things that allow you to do that. You're going to need something to link, something to upload, and you're also going to need something for the kids to turn in. So let's get started. Hey there, Schoology users. Today we're going to be going over how do we add work for students, and that really is going to go into how do we add an assignment. So if you've been enjoying this series, please like, subscribe, and make sure you share it so that other people can learn with us. So today we're going over assignments, and the first thing you're going to see is on this main page, there's a place to add an assignment. Now when you click on that, this box pops up. You can add assignments here, but I don't do it. I personally hate it because there isn't as much there and it's just a pain in the butt. It's not worth doing, so I'm going to skip that for time's sake for today's video. And we're going to go straight to one of my courses and we're going to make our assignments there. Now, all I'm going to do to add that assignment is I'm going to click Add Materials and hit Add an Assignment. There's a lot of different things you can do here, but let's just show how we can embed some things and how we can use this editor to include assignments. So first off, let's do an assignment where they're reflecting on a video. So they're going to add, let's give it a name. What is the sequence is the name of this assignment. And all they're going to do is they are going to review a video. I have a video up here from ClassHook. I'm going to quickly copy this link. And over here on my top bar, we have all those buttons where if you hover over it tells you what they do, but we're looking at Insert Content. If I click Insert Image Media from the web and I click Media, paste this link in, it is going to embed it so that that video shows up for my students. Now when they click on this assignment, they're going to see a video. It's in this box here. I do typically change the size and make it a little bit bigger, because as you can see, it's a touch cutoff. So I want to make it, let's say 600, and the constrained proportions are going to take care of that for me. So now, once I have changed the size, I'm going to add the actual assignment. Now, my issue with a lot of Schoology is that it's hard to see the text, so I always increase the size so that it is very much in their face. So watch the video below and record a response of you discussing what pattern you can find in the numbers. All right, so there's my item that the students are going to be doing. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick my due date, which I'll pick today. I don't really care about the points. Now, I don't have any grade categories. Let's add one. So I just hit Create New Grading Category, and at my school we have Formative and Summative. We do call it Process and Product, but it's the same idea as Formative and Summative. No grading period, and I'm not going to weight it as anything, and I'm not going to align. I don't usually align. You can if you want to use mastery settings. With high school math, I don't find it that useful because one standard is literally 50 different skills. So if we hit Create, you will now see that this assignment shows up on this page right here called What is the Sequence? When I click on it, my students will see this part here where it tells them to record a response, and there's the video. They can click on it, it will play, and done. Now, what's going to happen next? Well, let's do a different type of assignment. So let's go to a different course. Let's go to the other Algebra 2. And this time we're going to add a material and we're going to put it into both classes instead of just one. Now, how's that going to work? So let's add some practice. So sequence practice. All right. Complete the attached problems and submit a picture of your work. Again, I don't like having just this itty bitty font, so I make it big and I add a color. You don't have to do that. That is just something I prefer to do. And there are more ways to mess with this and do different things with it. We're just going with the basic start for now. If I wanted to include a link to the work, I can do that. If I wanted to try and insert it again, I can do that. At the bottom here, this is where I'm going to attach my file. You might ask, what's the difference between this link button here and this one up here? One's going to show it in line with the text and the other is going to show it down here at the bottom. So that's basically it. Resource, we'll talk about those a little bit later, and external tool, we'll definitely talk about those later. So when I click File, here's my arithmetic sequences practice. There we go. Basic assignment here. I just put a due date. And category, again, I didn't add any categories to this one, so I'm going to call it formative, just like I did on the previous. And this time, I'm going to put it into the other course as well. To do that, I'm going to click Copy to Courses, and I'm going to click on my other class. It's going to pop up with things for me to do. Well, there's no folders in that course, so I don't have to worry about that, but I do need to assign a grading category. When I hit Create, now my assignment shows up here on my sequence practice. You'll see that when I click on it, it has complete the attached problem, submit a picture, and then there's the assignment. They can either download it by clicking here, or they can just view the assignment, which will open it in another window. And it's just a CUDA worksheet, so it's nothing fancy. There we go. Now, let's say I go back to that other course. You're now going to see 2 assignments there instead of just the one because I copied it over. So they have what is the sequence and sequence practice. Well, geez, I forgot I wanted to put that assignment in both courses. I didn't put what's the sequence there, so what do? I go over to this little gear wheel and I hit Copy to Course. What that's going to do is let me pick my other class, make sure if I have folders, I can put it in the folder, set the grading category, set all the things that I would need, and then move it there. So now I have 2 identical courses that are going to show up. See? This one just has them out of order. Well, what if I wanted it in the same order? I can just drag and drop and move it around. So that's not too bad. Now the final way to add something assignment-wise is if you hover, you'll notice that this little green line keeps popping up. And that actually means that you can add an assignment that way. The same menu as before drops down. It has all the same functionality. So now we're going to quickly discuss what happens when you use the enterprise version of this instead of a free account. Okay, so I have now moved to a course where I have a lot more going on. This is my sandbox for my actual teaching course right now. Of course, we're going to get to all these cool little tidbits you can see here. But for right now, I just want to show you what happens when I go to add materials on a paid account versus a basic account. When I add an assignment, I have more buttons down here at the bottom. And this is actually my primary way of accommodating students. A lot of the times you'll have students who require read aloud services or, it just helps if they can hear the directions. So what we'll do is we will use this little audio video recording button, and you can pick to do audio or audio and video. When I'm teaching my students how to go through and do something, sometimes I'll record a video of myself just telling them what's going on, what they need to do, why they need to do it. Same way I would do it in class. This allows me to do asynchronous learning while still giving them that you get to see your teacher effect. So if I clicked audio only, it's going to pop up and ask me if I can use the microphone. I'm definitely going to say yes. It's probably not going to work because right now I'm doing a movie recording, so let's see. All right, so I don't know if that will go through. It doesn't, it may have. Yeah, it didn't go through.
Hey there, guys. This is Ms. Hurst. Thank you for tuning in to.
You get the gist, right? So when you do that, instead of clicking the X button, you just hit the bottom. It saved the recording. You can insert that here, and now you have that audio accommodation for your students. Whatever you've typed there, you just read back. Now, unfortunately, you do need to put this text somewhere else because that screen is going to cover your text on the page. So what I'll usually do is I will copy and paste whatever I'm going to say into a sticky note, and pull that up so that I can see it. So that's pretty much it for assignments. They're not that bad. You really have the sky's the limit for what you can do with them. Okay, there's so many ways that you can take this to the next level. For my advanced people, I encourage you to play with the HTML editor, and you can insert iframe codes for any website you want so that they are still on Schoology, still tracking their time on Schoology, and they are on another website at the same time. So I really hope that this is useful. Again, there is a lot more than what I have just shown here that you can do. This is just the basics, just getting started. Please, please, please don't feel like you have to have a million things to start out. This takes time, and you're learning something every day. For example, I just learned today there's no audio down here if you're on a basic account. So I hope this helps, and we'll be talking about some of these other buttons you see down here a little later on. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.